Thank you for watching. The Is It Mid series is brought to you by my Ko-Fi supporters.
What a retro hero! Pac Man? My man, this is gonna be great!
Yeah, man. They say when you go Pac, you never go back,
Yeah, man. Who could ever pass a Pac Man? He's in Smash Brothers. He's the best video game icon of all time. He saved the video game market. This game's gonna rule. Just pop this bitch. Shut up!
Okay. Yeah, I can tell you right away this isn't one for the midometer. It gets an unforgivable right away. Well, now that I've spoiled the quality of this fine PS2 title, let's start a little differently and look into the bonus content of Pac Man World 3. What's Museum? Well, here you can play Pac Man! Man, people paid $60 just for this. And then, at the grid board, you can access Pac History. Wait, Miss Pac-Man? Made by students? No, I think they were a legitimate company that existed for a whole year before making Miss Pac-Man. And Namco was so impressed they released it? No again. I think you sued them over making Crazy Otto, and it was Midway that had to purchase the rights to make the game. Why are you trying to lie to me? It's even funnier in the current day. 2 years after Namco sued a plug-and-play company over the rights to Miss Pac-Man, ending with them never using her again. Anyways, I think I'll ignore the rest of these games for now, including the crusty as hell trailer for Pac Man World Rally.
Yo, is that Dig Dog?
No, the only thing left to do here is check out this sick-ass entertainment center, which allows us to watch an interview with Pac-Man creator Iwatani Toru, who has some interesting things to say. Hey, is it true you got the idea for Pac-Man after looking at a pizza? Back in the day, we only had arcade games that men liked to play. Most of them were barbarous games where you kill aliens or something. There was no game for women. Pac-Man was originally created for the female market. Wait, Iwatani-sama, that doesn't make any sense. First of all, that has nothing to do with my question about the pizza. But second of all, if the game was made for women, why isn't the character female? It made 4 ghosts who were colorful so that they would appeal to the female players as cute characters. Yeah, no other arcade games had colorful characters in them. The amount of bullshit already is foreshadowing. Let's just move on to the actual game already. Man, why is this menu music so fucking scary? What kind of adventure is Pac-Man about to take me on here? Right after we select our difficulty, we're thrown right into this cutscene.
Junior! 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 Junior, you didn't happen to see the... Oh, thanks, Snooky. Happen to see any sign of the birthday boy?
Did someone say cake? Cherry meringue sugar stuffed power pellet à l'orange? You shouldn't have.
Well, you only turned 25 once.
It just sounds so old.
Pac-Man is only 25 and he's hitched with a kid? Ugh, tough break.
You and Junior are the best presents I ever had. And you're right. I look fantastic.
Is something wrong?
Funny. My pack sense is tingling. Oh well, at least this birthday's still better than my 20th.
Happy birthday, dear.
Pac Man, can you hear me? Outpost calling Yellow Fellow. Repeat, can you hear me? Pac Man!
The signal's bad here. Some idiot teleported me into a pit.
Wait a second. Is Pac-Man talking to a ghost right now? What the hell is going on here? I don't remember much of Pac Man World 2, but I know Pac was still prejudiced in that one. Whatever. I'll roll with it so that we can get to the gameplay. The tutorial lets us know of 3 things we'll be doing a lot. Pac-Man's sloppy drunken 3-hit combo, Rev rolling, and the boom 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 boom.
I just wanted to get booked anywhere I could.
And you know what? This intro isn't that bad. The scenery is a little bland, of course. I guess they're getting the sewer level out of the way early. Our ghost friend pops up to tell us the game's story along the way, and eventually the level ends. That was easy. This next level looks kind of like it could be from a SpongeBob game, except much more linear. This is starting to get tedious. I know a lot of games with great gameplay based around only a few actions, but this level and the next might as well be hallways filled with pillows leading up to one room where you need to find some kind of key or gem to go back to the previous. The developers must have known that writing was on the wall, because abruptly, this happens. Am I waving my hands like a baby? I want to go home, get these bees away from me, I want to... What the hell is happening? Where am I? Why is Pac a robot? It's over already. Okay. Why do I feel like that was added after the game was already done?
The red wire or the blue wire? Red wire, blue wire.
Oh, we're finally introduced to our villain. An old balding man. Terrifying. Kill that thing! Why did so many of these disgusting CG characters show up in the early 2000s? Anyways, here we are, on to more of the same. And speaking of the same, this is a good time to explore the graphics. On the glorious PS2 that brought us Kingdom Hearts, Castlevania Lament of Innocence, and Mercury Meltdown Remix, Pac Man World 3 gives us about 13 levels, and at least 6 of them are going to take place in this area, the Spectral Realm. I thought that this area looked very cool at first, but then I realized over the next, hour or two, that I was just seeing the exact same shapes and textures repeated ad nauseum. I started having psychosis here, wondering if I was even progressing in the game. And then I ran into Hexagon Valley, one of the Spectral Realm's favorite ways of wasting your time. The amount of times you have to get through this will make you insane, and it truly is a waste of time. All this comes down to is following every hexagon trail to buttons to try and find the correct way forwards. It's a maze and it's not even satisfying.
This brings back memories.
then I've got plenty of time to... Oh!
Oh, this? Bloody this? Wow, how nostalgic. I remember in original Pac-Man when I fell into pits of Nickelodeon gack, and Pac-Man's life flashed before his eyes every time he attempted to eat a ghost. How could I forget?
End of the road. Scenic anyway. Now if only I could find a friendly ghost to tell me which way... Eureka! I guess. Help! Who?
I said, help me!
Pinky? What are you doing here?
Being chased? What are you waiting for? Pull me up before it gets here!
It? What it?
Me, it.
What's your deal?
You may refer to me as your worst nightmare.
Pac-Man, quick, pull me up!
Be right with you. You won't push me over the edge or anything if I help Pinky up, will you?
No, Scout's honor.
Don't trust him. He's small, evil, and wants to plug me into a giant energy-sucking machine.
Any truth to that, Mr. Nightmare?
If I said yes, would you hold it against me?
Nah. Look down.
Well played, my cunning yellow friend.
Less chit-chat, more pulling me up sometime today.
Don't worry, Pinky. I haven't lost a ghost yet. Hold on.
Let the games begin.
Man, this script seems like it was machine translated between languages multiple times. I don't know if your wife is going to like you hanging around your stalker from the last game pack. Her whole gimmick is that she can turn certain platforms tangible. That's the whole thing. And speaking of gimmicks, I guess the developers realized that throwing Pac-Man's ass in haymakers at enemies was getting fucka boring by now, because Pac-Man has some other medication he can pick up. He can bounce bigger, play Ring Around the Rosie, and use the Force. These don't really add much though. If this is supposed to make the game even more easy, then that wasn't needed. Oh, we're really desperate to recapture our youth, huh, Pac-Man? So much that we're even killing the ghosts I thought we're supposed to be rescuing. Well, at least that ended the level. On to level 4, more goddamn hexagons. Here we run into our second ghost, Red. I don't care to learn their names. And apparently the developers didn't either. His main ability is he can make the super ghosts a lot easier to kill. Like, I wish I was playing as him instead of Pac-Man for the rest of the game, seriously. He even kills that gross orange thing off for the rest of the game.
So that's an integral fragility. Neat!
And that's good. It's not like I wanted to know who or why that thing existed in the first place. No, let's just move on. Oh. A boss? Really? That actually sounds fun. And it's not. It's worse than boss battles from Crash Mind Over Mutant. You do Pac-Man's glitchy run on these 4 panels to stun him and then attack. The game gives you a few pellets for invincibility here, though they will just randomly disappear if you die.
My Gigatron! You destroyed my Gigatron! I love that Gigatron! I remember when it was just a Millitron!
You may be evil, but at least you love your giant robot.
How dare you pity me? Who do you think you are? And who are you calling giant? Don't make me summon my Pterodecahydratron. My stepfather made me summon it once. Once?
Give it up, Irwin. Conquering the universe never works for shrimpy megalomaniacs with mittens. It's a known thing.
Universe! That's the last straw. I've a good mind to have my army of loyalty-crazed minions disentomographificate you. Twice.
Sorry, Irwin. Zero's my limit.
This wasn't part of the plan!
Oh my god. This is a kid's game. I'm playing a kid's game. The OG Pac-Messiah may have been lying when he said he intended Pac-Man to be big with the chicks, but this game was clearly meant only for children. I'm just going through the motions. There's no point to collecting fruit or anything. What, for my high score? It's Twinsanity stripped of soul, reusing stages just to pad out the runtime. Well, that's by far not the reason why I think this game is shit. Oh no, if this game was made for kids to play just because it was easy and juvenile, then I would be an asshole for choosing to play. But here is when the game has the most satanic difficulty curve I have ever seen. Hey, thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video. Just to let you know that the Discord server for Hosep has finally gone live, so come on by if you need somewhere to hang out.